Good morning. Welcome back to This Random Journey. It is day 8 of our 10,000 step challenge. I am getting a late start to the day. It's about 9:15. I've been up since like 8:30, I think, but I was scrolling Facebook and taking care of some emails while I sat in bed and just got up. So I'm going to sit here. I'm going to read my Bible and I'm going to look over the all my plans for this week, get everything lined out. Not feeling super motivated today. It's really nasty outside. My eldest does not have school because public school was shut down because of the bad weather. And then my youngest, of course, then don't want to do homeschool because Big Brother's not doing school. So I told them they could have a kind of a reduced day for homeschooling. So we're going to work on some school today, but then I'm going to let them be done early. So yeah, it's just going to be a different kind of day, and I'm kind of unmotivated. But we have a whole new set of chores to do in our new zone, and so I'll show you that here after I get done with my Bible reading. I do have a cup of coffee, and I have my big jug of water sitting here, so I'll be sipping on that while I read my Bible. Here is our zones for this week. So our zone will actually be zone 2. So I have to change that in the computer. Remember, this is a work in progress. So we will be doing the back porch, the laundry room, the front landing, and the living room today. Now, as far as the back porch and the front landing goes, because it is snowed and it's nasty out, the sweeping of the front landing and the back porch will obviously not happen, but I can dust the door to my best of my ability, and I will try my best to get the mailbox and the door on the front done. But yeah, sweeping, that'll be whenever it's, nicer out. So I'll get that next month, hopefully. So yeah, that's kind of the layout for this week. I have done some things up here. I did my spirit time. I made my bed, and I got dressed today so far. Today is house cleaning day. Right here. My kids all have chores on Monday to do, so we will get going on house chores. And yeah, I've got my notes down here for this week, different meals I want to make sure I make. So yeah, I'm gonna finish my coffee up. So I'm still drinking on it. I ain't got much left, just a little bit. The kids, like I said, are working on some school. But are wanting to get done early today. And that's basically it. So I'm going to be working here in the laundry room. I have to figure out all of this today, so that's going to be something. I'm going to have to make some laundry detergent. I have a load getting ready to go in, so I'll use some more of that, and then I'm going to get that going on the stove. I make my own detergent using Zote soap. Which I have made into these little balls by shredding and then pressing them. So I use one ball for 1 gallon of detergent. So I'll have to make that today. So I'm going to get this laundry going, and then I'm going to start getting the water heated on the stove for the detergent. So I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed. In the laundry room because I don't know where to put those swim clothes. So if you remember, whenever I moved all the board games and stuff into the laundry room and we transferred our pantry where all that stuff used to be, I moved the swimwear in there, but there was no space for it in there, and so it's just been sitting on the dryer all this time. And so I'm gonna have to walk through the house. I'm gonna have to look for a place to store the swim clothes, and that's probably going to require decluttering an area or rearranging an area to make it fit, because I honestly cannot in my brain think of any place in this house where it's gonna fit without doing something major. So I'm feeling a little overwhelmed with that, and I'm not super motivated today anyways, and I'm thinking about my steps and needing to get those in. So I think what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna pace. And while I'm pacing, I'm gonna think about places I could possibly look at putting that. And then I'll probably stop while I'm pacing and check out the spot that I'm thinking about. And I'll bring you back whenever I finally maybe figure out a spot for it. I just don't know what to do, guys. I'm feeling so overwhelmed at the moment, which I don't want to feel overwhelmed. That's the whole point of, doing these zones, is so I don't feel overwhelmed. But I knew that this first month was going to be the hardest, because I knew that I had to figure out each zone will have its own challenges and things I have to really think about or to get done in that zone that's going to be hard. And I guess in this particular zone, it's going to be more or less, figuring out where things need to be placed, because that dryer can tend to become a, kind of hot spot, I guess, of sorts, of things I just don't know what to do with. So I need to figure that out. So I'm going to pace and try to get some steps in and try to figure out a spot for that. One place I thought I might be able to store that stuff is in this trunk. I moved the stuff off it. I need to put that stuff away, but this trunk is pretty full. So it has this is all curriculum, all the way from the bottom of this, all the way stacked up, and I need to go through that and weed out. I only need two back years of homeschool, which is probably about what that is, to be honest. So that's not really going to help me gain any space. I put that blanket, remember that blanket was on top of this thing forever. It's in here, so I could rehome it. But then I still have, this is my ring light that I use sometimes, not very often, but sometimes. More blankets down there. This is curriculum that didn't get used. It will be for my son. It's like a homeschooling spot right here. This is just a laptop case in case we need to take our laptop anywhere. So yeah, it's just full of stuff that, we use but not very often. If I could rehome this blanket, then I might be able to fit that stuff in here. Let me go get that stuff and see if it'll fit right there. Alrighty, I went and got this stuff. So it's basically, this is all of our swim stuff. This is all of our swim towels. Of course, family of 5, each of you having your own swim towel. That'll probably fit there. If I can make the other one fit right there. This is, of course, all of our swim clothes. And I like having them in the bags. Like, my husband's like, well, you could get it on a shelf. Well, they're already folded nice and neat in the bag. And that way we can just grab the bag and go, kind of thing. I think they're going to fit in here. Now I just have to rehome that blanket. Yeah. Alright, so now I don't want this blanket back up here, so I've got to figure this blanket out. I'm going to find a spot for it. This is ridiculous. You know what I was just thinking? All that curriculum doesn't really need to be in the house. So really I just need that in storage. So what I might do is get a tote, a dedicated tote for curriculum, and have my husband store that out in one of the shops or sheds. So it's not taking up space here in the house, because it literally is just being stored. And yes, we add to it throughout the year as the kids get done with paces and stuff. So there will still be stuff piling up throughout the year, but then we could just take it out and put it in that tub every once in a while or something. I don't know. I'm struggling with this today, guys. Not gonna lie. I think it's important that you guys see that I struggle too. It's not that I just have everything planned out and I'm super organized, because I'm not. But I'm literally one day at a time trying to figure out a better process and a better way. I think if we all do that, we all strive for doing something, at least one thing better every day, to better our home, to better the way we think or the way that we do things. I think that's all that really matters. So I'm not perfect. I have to figure things out just like everybody else. And today is one of those days where I'm struggling to get motivation and to figure things out. And hopefully motivation will find me soon, and I will just get with it. But it's okay to have days where you're just not motivated. So I have taken all the curriculum out of this tub, moved it into this box that the curriculum usually comes in anyways. This is Curtis's old curriculum from 4th grade, but he's in 5th grade now, so we have to keep 2 years, so I have to keep that for now. These are all the like scoring pages, so I need to organize these into, they have different like numbers for each grade. And whatever is Curtis's, I can either sell or give to someone who needs it. But Elizabeth's I can save for Curtis, hopefully. So for now, I'm just going to put these back in here because I'm not taking the time to organize that at this present moment. I probably should, but I'm just not feeling it, guys. So that will go back in here. I'm going to put the blanket in this tub, I believe. I might actually put it underneath that, but it's going to go back in here for now, too, until I have time to go through this and, like, declutter and reorganize it. Alright, I have labeled this, and so as they finish out these grades, I will put those in this box too, and then we will just put this out in the shed, this box, and it will be there if we ever need it. Having curriculum and organizing it and keeping it all, you know, together can sometimes be a little overwhelming. But it's important to keep track of what my kids have done so that if anything would arise, that I can have proof that I am in fact homeschooling my children, and they're doing very well. Like I said, I think last week, Curtis is doing so good with his schooling. He is actually getting his pages done, like multiple pages done. We're not having those days where we're having just struggles. Elizabeth's doing fantastic. She's on pace to get done early this year again. So I'm actually going to be looking at 8th grade curriculum within the next couple weeks for her. And so yeah, we're just moving right along with homeschooling. It's going really well, but keeping track of all the paperwork can sometimes be a little overwhelming. So I think having the box and just having, you know, running that out to the shed, you know, periodically, maybe once a month, I'll put it maybe on my calendar or something, to where I'm taking it out there so it's not sitting in here taking up tons of space anymore. Okay, the water has now come up to a boil, so I can make the detergent for the laundry room. So I'm going to show you kind of the process that I do for that. So first things first, it's very important to have a special bowl and a special spoon for this job. So this is my soap making spoon and bowl. Then I take one of my little soap balls. Like I said, these are graded Zote soap. They're about 1 ounce each. I'm not super picky about, you know, making sure it's exactly 1 ounce, but I just crumble it here. Make sure it's all broke up. That's why it's important to grate it so that it crumbles easy. Okay. And then I take my boiling or my really, really hot water. And I dump it in here. Under it so it's not so hot on my counter. Okay, and then I just stir this until it's all the way melted, and then I let it sit here and cool down. One time I did not let it sit here and cool down, and I tried to put it immediately into my glass jar and it cracked my jar. So I learned the hard way, let it cool down. So just, that's it. Super easy to make my detergent. And then if it's not all the way filled in my jar, I just add a little bit of water. Usually I have to add a little bit of water. One of the major things I'm going to be dealing with in this particular room is the top of the freezer here. I have, all these are just sacks, like warmer sacks and all the other store sacks that just get piled up. I used to keep them under the sink, but I hate them being under there because they pile up. So I need to get rid of all those. This is our glass jar. The same thing is super loud. Our glass jars. This broke. This was something we got for our son for Christmas, and it immediately broke. So we're just going to have to throw that in the trash. Yeah, so this whole area will get decluttered today. The stuff right there on the dryer actually needs to come back into the kitchen and be stored. I think I'm going to store it up in this cabinet here, so I might have to get up there and make some room for that. Just a lot of rearranging, just getting started in the laundry room. So again, Susie can't stand it. I'm pacing the house, and she's just about to die, following me and watching me. Of course, I start recording and she stops following me.
She doesn't care.
She just can't stand that Mom's pacing. You just can't stand it, can you? So I am at a little bit over 4,000 steps. I've been pacing the house while doing some work on my phone. So I figure I better use this time of pacing to get some things accomplished. And so I can do some things on my phone that I need to get done. So I'm using this time wisely. I'm gonna keep on pacing until I get to 5,000 steps. Okay, got a lot done in there. I dusted the door. I'm not going to do the outside because it's frigid outside. It's freezing. I am not going to sweep because it's frigid and I'm not going to mark it off. I dusted the shelves. I cleaned the appliances. I'm going to save the scrubbing of the trash cans in the scrap bucket. I vacuumed the rug. And I cleaned up Susie's dishes and stuff. We just bought her new ones, so they're still clean. I just wiped off the mat that they were sitting on. And then I think I'm going to do the mailbox and the door and the seals on the front landing really quick. And I'm done. I just finished my first jug of water, so I'm going to get a second jug of water. And then I'm going to do some pacing back and forth to get some more steps. I'm sitting at almost 9,000 steps right now, so about 1,000 to go. Michael should be home from work anytime now. I'm just going to keep pacing the house until he gets home, and hopefully I will get my last 1,000 steps that I need. Oh, there it is. Oh, finally. Got it. Well, guys, we just got our 10,000 steps, and it's about 3:30, so I can stop pacing the house now. I've just been pacing back and forth like a mad woman in the house, trying to get the steps in so that I don't have to worry about it the rest of the evening. So yeah, Michael's home, and so now I'm going to just kind of take it easy and see what the evening has for us. Probably not going to be much more happening. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up so that I know you enjoyed it. We got our 10,000 steps. I just finished my second jug of water, and we're going to just kind of take it easy the rest of the evening. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Remember, we're trying to get to 500 subscribers by March 12th. Susie is, of course, having to follow me again. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you again tomorrow.